Okay, so to do my version of this craft, all you need is a mason jar, a little Mod Podge, a little bit of tissue paper, which Rhett is trying to steal right now. Okay, you can have the pink. Now you can do any color. I prefer the purple because it's Lent season and purple's the color of Lent. You need your little goals. And of course you need a paintbrush for the Mod Podge to put onto the mason jar. And Rhett, no. Now, if you don't have these supplies at home, you can absolutely use a tissue box that's decorated with anything you want, or a shoebox, or any type of bowl, really. Try to decorate it in a fun Lent way, but you know what? If not, that's fine. You can use any colors or any symbols. That's totally fine. So if Brent is done eating all the paper, we're going to get started. All right, so let's get started on this craft. Now, in my overview of materials, Rhett distracted me a little bit, so I forgot to mention also you can use twine as well. It's not necessary, but it's a cute little garnish around your mason jar. So let's get this craft started. We start out with our mason jar, we get our Mod Podge, and we get our tissue paper. Like I said, I picked purple, or kind of like a bluish purple here, because it is the season of Lent. And Lent is a season that has purple as the color. All right, let's undo this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Mod Podge and we're going to put it all over the mason jar, and I'm going to rip up pieces of this tissue paper and I'm going to kind of stick it on wherever, overlapping, and it's going to have like a very pretty look to it. Now while I'm doing this, it's important to remember, why do we celebrate Lent as Christians? Lent is a really special time, and a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people think that Lent is a time where you're just supposed to make a big sacrifice for God to show that you love God. But I think we all know that that's really not what God is asking us to do, right? God's not like, oh, I want you to be miserable, and that's how I'll know that you love me. And so when you think about Lent, don't think about giving something up. Think instead about doing something that brings you closer to God. I like to think about all the stuff in our everyday life like noise, right? And if we give something up, or we try something new, or do something different, then what it kind of does is it quiets that noise that sometimes makes it hard for us to hear God. So that is why my Lent goal was meditation, because I thought it might be easier for me to focus. I think about so many things throughout the day, right? And sometimes it's nice to just quiet it all, and maybe when I've quieted everything, I could hear God's word a little better. Now, the reason Lent is 40 days, and I know we've talked about this in Sunday school, is that Jesus was baptized in the Jordan River by his cousin, John the Baptist. And when he was baptized, the sky supposedly opened up, and it was a beautiful thing. We'll talk a little bit more about that when I baptize Rhett in another video. But after he was baptized, he went into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, which is a long time to be in the desert. That's kind of a long time to be anywhere besides your home, right? Think about how long a vacation lasts for all of us. Probably like a week or so. Well, imagine if you weren't even on a vacation, you were doing something kind of and during that time, you're in the desert. You can't eat, and it's cold in the nights, but it's really hot in the day, and I wouldn't want to be in the desert. But Jesus went into the desert and didn't eat almost anything. He ate bugs, and he ate, I don't even know what else, and he would eat like roots, and he really didn't do a whole lot, and he didn't drink a whole lot, just a little bit of water here and there. I don't know. It wouldn't be something I'd want to do, but while Jesus was there, they say that the devil came and tempted him. Now, if you don't know what the devil is, The devil is all those things in our life that we want to do that aren't necessarily bad things, but if we do them too much, then bad things can happen. Like, for instance, I love cookies, and it's not a bad thing to eat cookies, but if I ate an entire bowl of cookies, I'd probably get a stomachache, right? So it's the things sometimes that we want to do that if we let ourselves do it, bad things are probably going to happen. Now, Jesus resisted the devil for 40 days and 40 nights. And if Jesus could do that, then he could really do anything. Think about if you were thirsty and starving in the desert and somebody came and tried to give you a plate of food and a bottle of water. It'd be so hard to resist. It really would. So anyways, that is why we celebrate Lent. It is a time of reflection, thinking about how lucky we are, thinking about all the things we have, quieting the noise that prevents us from hearing God on any given day. Now, as you can see here, I have Mod Podged my mason jar. Probably need to get a little bit on the bottom here. There we go. Now, like I said, if you don't have a mason jar, anything that will hold your Lent goals will absolutely do. This is a super easy project, and you can really get fun with it. You can also paint a Lent jar. That would be really fun too. This is just a really easy thing to do because now it's basically done. I didn't have to put that much work in it. One really cute way to do it is to do a bunch of different colors and kind of put them all together. But I tried to do purple because we're in the Lent season. Now, once we're done with that, I'm going to try to get these inside here. There we go. Once we're done with our Mod Podging and our tissue paper, we will wrap some twine around the top for a little bit of decor. And I will post a picture of what this looks like once it's dried, since I know right now it's looking a little but it will look nicer once it's done. Okay, after waiting about half an hour to 45 minutes for this to dry, it came out really nice, very purple, very Lent. There are some sparkles on the tissue paper, which makes it kind of fun. I cut a piece of twine, and I'm just going to tie it around, super simple, around the top, just to make it look cute. It just adds a little decoration, and you can do this with yarn, string, really anything. You don't even have to do yarn. You could just decorate it with stickers or labels, whatever. All right. And now I've got my really pretty Lent jar. Now, I also made an alternative one that has a lot of different colors. If you're someone like me, even though it is Lent season and you want it to kind of look purple for Lent, I also am a big color person. So I did one that had a bunch of different colors as well. And that also came out really cute. So, two really great options. Once you do that, it's time to create all of your cards. Now, you can make up your own goals. Your parents could make up goals for you. But if you're having a little bit of a hard time finding inspiration, I have a Google Doc that I will share with all of your parents that has a bunch of different options that you can cut or print them all up and cut them out, or just half of them, or ones you like, or whatever. Just give you a little inspiration. So I am going to pop these in my jar here. All right, let's see. All right, and now I'm going to pull one out, and it says, take note of everything you're thankful for throughout the day. I love this one, and I am going to do that today. There's a lot of reasons right now to feel like we're bored, or we're scared, or we don't have enough, or we don't have enough to do. So it's really, really good exercise for us all to, throughout this entire day, look around and think, what are all of the things that we are thankful for? And why are we so fortunate and lucky to be living in such a great place, even in a bad time, right? So we're all truly blessed. Anyways, that is the Lent jar activity. Every day I will be picking a different thing that will help me become closer to God and achieve my Lent goals. So if you have any questions about that, just email me or post on Facebook. I'll be posting this link on our website. Probably email it. It'll be on our Facebook. And I'll also share that Google Doc with parents that have all the supplies you need, instructions, etc. So I hope you all got something out of this, and I hope you go out and have a great rest of your day.